Hi everybody. Hopefully that'll work. Okay, so I'm Caroline Chen Spalding and I'm with ArcSoft. How many of you have heard of ArcSoft before? Show of hands. Whoa, really? Great. So for those of you who don't know about us, we've been around for 20 years now. We're in about 1 billion devices. We enable a lot of visual technologies, and that really spans a very large span of technologies. But what's really interesting to us is exactly the question we're exploring today, which is, what is the future of imaging? And you can't really ask about the future without asking about what we're doing today, right? We're very visual people. We take a lot of photos. I'm just going to take a little show of hands. How many people have taken more than 10,000 photos in their life? Okay, keep it up if it's 100,000. 1 million. Dude, that's too many. But that's really the question, right? How many is too many? How much is too much? And that's really connected to a bigger question, which is, at some point you got to find them, right? So what is relevance? What is relevance in imaging, right? We all know Google, we have text, we know how to find stuff. But when it comes to images and video, it's a big black hole still today. So what is relevance for imaging? What does an image mean to you? What does an image mean to me? And how do companies with technology like ours actually make a difference? So here's a very simple example. So if you got married 100 years ago, maybe you care about the picture on the left. If you got married maybe last week, this is your picture. If you don't want to get married, you don't care about either one of those. So the true problem with imaging is that it depends on so much more than just what you see. And that's kind of the problem with the nut that we're trying to crack here, right? It's about the content. You know, if it's my grandma, I really care about the one on the left. If it's my wedding anniversary, I better care about the one on the right. But it's also about context, right? So when you're caring about the picture, who's caring about the picture or the pictures, if it's a video, if there's a specific use for it, right? So if you're starting a new business and you're trying to promote your restaurant, you probably know about Yelp, you probably need a picture, what picture you're going to use. So the problem with imaging is that there's a lot of issues with finding the right image, and they don't all have to do with the image itself. So really, imaging today, what it means is a huge puzzle, and it's a very difficult puzzle. Because with cameras, you know, with PCs, there's not a lot of information in the picture to start with, right? The EXIF data is almost gone. If you have smartphones, maybe there's location attached to a picture. Maybe you can know who took it, maybe if you were close to someone, but is that really the information that you need? Right? So that's what we're really excited about at ArcSoft, because we've been around for 20 years. If you've used a camera, if you've used a PC, if you've used a smartphone, there's a really, really very high chance that you've used our technology. And so what are the different approaches that companies like us are taking to try to crack the nut of what is imaging intelligence? One of the things that we're doing is facial recognition, facial detection. We're not NSA though. We don't really do anything with that information. I don't know how many of you are familiar with Perfect 365. It's a little app that we launched last year, 20 million downloads, almost 25 now. And the really interesting thing about facial detection is that it can be used today, sure, to apply makeup automatically, which I'm sure most of you are very enthusiastic about. But it can also be used on two-way, right? What if I'm able to know what your mood is based on the two-way camera that's on your smartphone? And based on that, determine whether or not I got the answer right when you were actually looking for an image. So there's mood detection, there's face detection, there's who it is. Of course, there's your pet facial detection if you really want to know where Rocky is today. But there's more than that. There's also, you know, there's the rest of our bodies, right? We're more than just a pretty face. So what about gesture? What about your hands? So what if you're able to not just command based on, you know, gestures we're all familiar with, like this one, or that one? What if, you know, gesture is all about your entire body, right? And at some point it becomes very cultural. So when you have issues of a gesture like this, depends on who you are and where you are and when you are, they mean different things. So what can we do with gesture recognition, combined maybe with other factors such as facial detection, to really understand what is in the frame and what it means to you? So finally, when you think about multiple images like that, or about gesture, you have to think about video, because it's now the interpretation of multiple frames in a row. So it's not only about content, it's not only about context, it's all about being able to do it in real time on video, which is super easy. right?
Yeah.
No problem. So we're really excited that we're just really at the infancy, right? So this is just what it could be today, right? There's interpretive gesture, if you want, analysis in a car, trying to understand what's about to happen before it happens, before you can even see it happen, right? Computers theoretically can analyze a situation much faster than you can, which means you can react much faster than you can. And so on that note, I just want to open the panel. I think it's going to be a really interesting one, given who we have, on what intelligent imaging is, not just in terms of analyzing the image, but what it is to us and how we interact with the world, right? So what's the road ahead, and are you ready? And if you want to learn more about our technologies, I encourage you to go just on our website at www.arcsoft.com, and we'll also have a demo table at the back. And can't wait to talk to my fellow panelists. Thank you.